Lorie.
Hi.
Oh, I had a feeling you would pick me, and I don't know if I'm ready for it.
I love what's your picture behind you? That painting. It's so cool.
Oh, it's an owl?
Oh, wow. What a cool freaking
Thank you.
picture. Painting. Yeah, very cool.
Oh man, I'm so nervous. I don't even know how to go about this.
Oh, just flow with whatever wants to come out. It's good to see you.
It's good to see you too. This is the second live I've ever been on.
No way. Oh my
Yeah.
God. I love
Yeah.
it.
Well, thank you. Um,
Yeah.
uh, hmm,
What's up?
I, I'm trying to find my words. I'm trying. So, I don't know. Life has just been so freaking challenging lately, and it's been so hard just to allow things and not to control things. Like I have been absolutely losing control of trying not to control things. And I really, oh man, it's like the river just takes me and I'll come up, I come down, I come up, I come down over and over and over. And I'm, I don't know, I guess I'm asking with how to deal with that, how to allow things, how to stop controlling things, just trying to flow. It's difficult, more than it's ever been for sure.
Yeah, and I think it's a really good question because that there's a the allowing the allowing of the flow state or the allowing of what is while we still make choice is different. Energetically, it's different than the allowing and just being in what is. So I want you to feel into a couple different things, and all of you guys can do this. So feel into what it feels like to allow what's happening in your life. So it's happening. Okay, I just lost a job. Oh, I lost a relationship. I have no funds. My car broke down. Like, okay, I'm going to allow that, which means that's what's happening. I injured myself. That's what's happening. That's allowing. When we say we have to allow something, right? There can be this energy of, I have to accept it. It has to be okay. No, no, it doesn't. It doesn't have to be okay. You don't have to like it, and you absolutely do not have to stay in it.
Right.
Okay. So you get to choose what's next for you on some level, but if you can do it from the state of allowing, which means whatever's happening right now is, there's nothing I can do about it other than show up, and then let's make another choice. Let's start to create something different. But that's a state of openness, as opposed to, why is this happening? I can't believe this is happening again. This shouldn't be happening. How do I get out of this? Um, the anxiousness of, which is natural, of, fuck, I can't believe I don't have a job, or I'm losing this relationship, or my freaking car. Like, if I had the anxiety around injuring myself, I would be resisting what is. Okay. If I were to just simply allow it and be like, oh, well, it is what it is, I would also be feeling weird. Right. Like, so there's this fine line that you're going to start walking, or that you're practicing right now, which is, you're in the river. It's doing whatever it's doing to you. It's all happening. So there's an openness, a floatingness, even if you're drowning. And then from that, you're like, okay, what can I do? Okay, I injured myself. There's nothing I can do about that. It is what it is. Or my car broke down, or whatever's happening. This is happening. Okay. Now, it's not about, I need to figure out how to be in control or out of control, because you can't do that. You can't
Right.
you can't choose to be in control or choose to be out of control. You are allowing life to be. So you're always the creator. There's a power in that. It's like there's a fire in us that's always creating, right? You're not just in the river, um, giving your power to the river. You're living with the river. You and the river are working together, right? So the
Okay.
river's
Okay.
going to speed up. You're going to be like, all right, I got you. I'm going to fucking learn how to swim better, right? So
Mhm.
we start looking at life as, it's not out to get us, it's happening. And I'm going to choose how to be in this. So it's not easy because life happens and it knocks you down and you don't like it. You don't want it. That's so normal. When you're in those moments where you're like, fuck, life just kicked me down again. What the fuck? First, it's like, okay, first, all I have to do is just realize this is this pink? No, it's orange. It should be orange. It's pink. Did you lose a job? You lost a job. What are you going to do? Did you lose a family member? Did a friend walk away from you? Are you sick? Okay. Yes, that is correct. Yep, that's happening. Now, once we accept that and allow it, okay, so you kind of just almost drop into it. Then you're like, all right, now how do I want to be through this? What do I want next? How do I want to, instead of fighting against it, you're just like, okay, how am I going to choose to be? What can I do next? What am I going to choose? Which direction do I want to go in this, in where life is navigating me? So it's not so much you learning how to let go, because it's not going to happen. Learning how to let go is like learn how to breathe.
Yeah, it's exhausting.
It's exhausting.
Oh
It's
yeah.
exhausting. It's
Mhm.
exactly. It's exhausting. You're efforting to do what is. It's like, can I focus on breathing? Focus on breathing. Focus on breathing. It's exhausting. I don't want to focus on breathing. Breathing just is. It just naturally happens, right? The flow state, or letting go and letting life be what it is with you, is natural. So we have to learn how to be in life in a new way. And so what you'll notice is we're going to try to do it. We're going to, effort. And
Yeah.
it's like when you fall, I love this analogy because to me, it's truly what, like, it's when you're pummeled into life and you're starting to become more and more aware of you being in life and that life is taking you, right? Then like life's just happening on a bigger scale. Life's just kind of happening and you're learning how to be in it. It's like you are on a raft and then, the wave kicks you off and you panic. You panic. It's the natural instinct. You panic and you try to swim. And what happens is that you have the potential of drowning, a much higher potential of drowning, because you create exhaustion and you're taking in all this water. But what happens, and you're not, you first initially, you want to fight against what you're in. The
Yeah.
instinct is to fight against it. I got to push. I got to prove. It has to be different. But what you are taught when you fall off the raft is that you have to do what is counterintuitive, which is that you literally lay on your back and you put your feet up and you move, you just let the water take you. And so it's like, the tools, that life's got you, that you're safe. And so you just start navigating it now more with your backup. So you're still doing life, you're still choosing what's next, meaning like, how am I going to navigate what's right here? And how am I going to navigate this? I'm going to go get a different job. I'm going to focus on a different skill set. I'm going to stay determined and focused on, doing my work in this world, whatever that looks like. But I'm going to do it from a state of life's not fucking with me. It just is what it is right now. And these are all kind of like words and logics trying to make sense of it. But when you can remember this more and more and use that lens, it doesn't matter what happens. I swear to you, it doesn't matter what happens. Somebody could pass in your life. You could have an accident. Like, your initial instinct is going to be, fuck, you're going to want to swim and fight against it. And then eventually you realize, oh my God, okay, I'm going to get on my back. I'm going to trust life and I'm going to make choices.
Oh, 1 second, buddy. I'm on the phone.
The
Sorry.
choices are the empowerment. The choices are you're choosing from a state of allowing. So allowing isn't oh well, I'm not going to try to be in control. No, our natural state in the flow state is power. There's an empowerment. You are creating. You know you're creating. You know that you're driving. You're doing it. You're like, you know, the bigger piece part of you, your soul, is driving you, right? So the part that's kind of dying, that's wanting to stay in control, is that egoic structure that's so afraid.
Yeah,
And
it's
this,
very hardened. It's
yeah,
very adept at trying to win.
yeah, yeah, of course, because you've probably lived a life where you've had to fight for what you want, or you've had to um, really effort or push to be able to have what you want in your life, right? And so it's like, no, I have to push, I have to fight against, in order for me to create in this life, I have to, really push against what's happening to me in some way. And now it's like, listen, everything's going to keep coming at you if you don't learn how to truly trust life. That life is, even though the beginning of our upbringing, it may have seemed like life was out to get us, your soul wants you to relax. It wants the ego structure to relax. And so if you knew that your soul was driving the boat right now, if you knew that your soul wasn't bringing anything to you that wasn't designed to help you move deeper into your soul and into your divine path, if you knew there were no mistakes, if you knew that your soul has been in charge this entire time, and many times we have to get our ass kicked in order to let go, and start to allow that deeper intuition to lead. The deeper the deeper intuition that is in you personally,
Right.
right? So there's a survival that's in you, a person that's, the human that's always tried to survive life, and then there's the soul that's the intuitiveness, that's the knowingness, it's like, I want to go this direction, but I don't trust life.
I feel those two constantly clashing all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. So that, for you right now, that's where you're at. It's like this part that needs to stay in control to make sure you're okay. What a beautiful piece. What a beautiful aspect. What an amazing job it's done. But your soul, which is your intuition, it's your knowingness, it's the creative aspect that is going to defy this, it's going to go against this, it's going to get louder and louder. And so you're going to have to trust the unknown. You're going to have to trust what you can't see. You're going to have to
Right.
trust yourself. That's the only way through there. It's counterintuitive, and it's the opposite of how you have probably lived your life, and probably all of the things you've been planning, all of the things you've been trying to achieve or get to, it's probably all falling apart because your soul wants you to listen to it and do the hardest thing, which is to trust the knowingness you have, the like that knowingness you have that doesn't make sense, and you don't really know where to go or how to begin, or that is your soul. That So you want to just start to pay attention to that more and more, and um, just feel into that more and more. You don't have to do anything with it. You don't have
Right.
to. You don't. You just recognize that this is what's happening. And it happens to all of us at some point. It happens to all of us. That's why I have the lion right now, is because this year for me has been all about letting this part go, which is finances, making sure I'm making money, making sure that I am, on track and on purpose. And this is like, no one gives a fuck, Lorie. You need to just follow your soul's calling, which is, I don't even know what is. It's just a deeper state of joy, right? And so if I kept following this, this wouldn't be able to take center stage, but I still don't really know what this is. It's a following of that compass that has no explanation. There's
You
you
don't know
just
where
have
it goes.
you have no idea where it's going.
That's so
It's
scary.
it's so scary. It's so because so you want to honor both. Honest to God, you want to honor both. You don't want to just negate this part that's like, no, be responsible and make some money. That's part of humaning. That it gets to be here because if you just toss that out, it's going to be very difficult to follow this because you're going to be so stressed out.
Right, right.
So you want to honor the part that's like keeping you safe. You just want to recognize more and more that you've got this, that this is what life is all about, is this journey right here. And the more you can honor the part of you that's trying to control the river, the more you'll be able to feel safe in the river.
I got you. Okay.
You know?
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Listen, really trust your intuition because you're that intuitive calling that's coming in more and more, that you can't quite pinpoint it, and you're not, um, but it's always been there your whole life. That piece that's just always been there. It's getting louder and louder. That's what's actually happening right now. Just looks like all the other things that are falling apart. But it's actually that deep voice that's your soul that you've always been connected to from a young age. um you can fight it all you want, which happens, but it's eventually going to win out, and it's not always comfortable when it wins out. That process is
No, it's
not
not.
always comfortable.
No, it's not. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
It's hard sometimes.
yeah. Yeah, but it's all happening. As cliche as this is to say this, everything's always happening for us, and life is not out to get us. Life is never out to get us. Um, but we get to have all the human emotions around it. We get to fight it and resist it and scream and yell and really have a difficult time. And as long as you realize that that's human, right? This is just what humans do. This is being human. This is allowed. The fight against, the resistance, the trying to control, it's allowed. It's the juice of human. Yeah, makes
It's
sense.
the
But
dance.
yeah, it's the dance. It's the dance. And then can you remember also that your soul is trying to come online more and more, and it looks like chaos. It looks like things are falling apart. It looks like it's not how we would imagine it to look. When soul
Not at
starts
all.
to come online, it's like, wait, everything's falling apart. Like, yeah, unfortunately, that's sometimes, many times, most of the time, what it looks like.
Oh,
You know?
who would
Yeah.
have knew?
Who would have known? That's why it's like, you know, we've never done this. We've never,
Mhm.
and I would say for you and for most of us that are here and most of us that are awakening right now, it's really quite a small percentage, and it's not for us. I say this a lot. It's not so that we awaken and have this amazing life. It's so that we can turn around and help the majority of humanity that's going to go through this. So yes, you have a unique purpose, and yes, you have something that is unfolding right now that will continue to unfold, that will look very different in a year and different in 2 years and different in 5 years. But the deeper calling and purpose for you being on the planet is to be able to walk people through the evolution, through what you're going through. That's the number one reason that we incarnated. But everything else is also the juiciness of it. Like, what are you here to do? And what's your gifts? And how are you going to gift your gifts to
Right.
people? And that's all going to be a part of it. But the reason you came in is so that you can turn around and help 99% of humanity walk through this. Because listen, is anybody explaining this to you? No. Why? Because no one's gone through it. Right? So
Yeah, right.
there's how many billion, 7 billion people on the planet, and a large percentage of them are going to start to go through this. And so you get to be aware of what you're going through, fight it, hate it, have all the whatever you want, but you're eventually going to be able to turn around and help others. And that's not necessarily your purpose, okay? But that is what's going to happen on top of everything else that you are going to follow, unravel in your life. I mean, you're very
Like a
young.
ripple
So
effect.
yeah. Yeah, we can't go through this and not only be incredibly transformed, but because that's just what happens, but we can't go through this and not be in like shell shocked and like, holy shit, what the heck did we just go through, or did I go through, or am I experiencing, and not want to um turn around and help others. It's just not possible because of how intense this is.
That's so true, though. I find that every time like I go through something heavy like that, it's like the heart opens so much, and you just have so much more empathy after that, and you just feel for people more.
Yeah. Yeah. And one last thing before we go, I would say, um, try to start switching your awareness or your belief from really having to work hard for something, or really having to like um struggle for something, or like things don't come easy, that kind of view or thought, and start saying that, um, or start trying to hold an awareness of that gets to be there. Like however you've lived life this long, that belief gets to be here, but also, um, life is designed to gift you. Life is designed to open for you. Life is designed to be, I don't want to say easy, because what's easy, but
Right.
life is designed to open for you, in ways that it might not necessarily have done in your past. And so you're not designed to struggle or suffer, um, and try to survive. You're just not. And that's maybe how you've seen life or experienced life. And so just be aware that that's however you view life right now is great. Now also hold the opposite of that, and start to open to like the flip side of what that may be. And it may be an really unconscious piece that you're not even aware of how you view life, because it's just been that way
Sure
for
it
so
is.
long.
At least partially. It's got to be. Yeah.
Yeah. And so if we can start being so aware of how what we believe we're worthy of, or what we that life can gift us. It can be easy, even though we have to make choices, and there is it's not easy, but it is easy at the same time.
Right. It's
Both
that
exist.
paradox.
Yeah, they both exist. And both get to be here. Both are allowed. It's not, it's, if we can, again, that's the flow state. It's like the rapids get to be here and the calm gets to be here. And I don't care which one. I always know that no matter which part of the river I'm in, I will have the human reaction to it, whatever that may be, but I'm still okay. Like, I'm still okay. I still know that I'm in kind of control without being in control. When
Right.
we start feeling safe in life, we actually feel in control. That's what's so crazy about it. Like the second we start no longer needing to be in control, because all control is just not feeling safe.
Yeah, yeah. It's coming to me now. You made that make so much sense. It's true.
Yeah, it's just not feeling safe. And so when we when we start to when we feel safe in life, um then there's the natural letting go. And when there's a natural letting go, we are actually in control. And then we drive the boat. We're like, fucking get out of my way, because we're no longer trying to control the river. You're now you're now with the river. You're like freaking teammates with the river. And so you're friends with it. You're friends with life. It's not a fight or a struggle. You know life's going to throw at you what it's going to throw at you. You know the river is going to throw at you what it's going to throw at you, and you become, you know, it's like, what else do you got? Let's go. Game on. Like I'm playing. I'm going. And you have to let go. You have to let life do what it's going to do. You cannot control life. And in that,
That's
I
not true.
can't control. Yeah, and when you really start feeling that, then you start controlling your destiny. On one level, you're controlling your destiny, even though you're not. It's your soul that's now like,
Right.
oof, let's go. Let's do, like, there's just a different level of lifing that happens. But it's hard to it's hard. You can't kind of, you just find yourself there at some point, right? It's like, oh,
Right.
now I know
Right.
what she's talking about. I
Hmm.
yeah.
I can't wait to
Anyway,
get there. Yeah.
you're already there. It's just
Uh,
it's like you're already there. It's like, um imagine throughout the next couple days and weeks that we were both on a we were both on a raft together. Okay. And we just went into class 5 rapids, which is like the biggest rapids, right?
yeah.
And we're like,
Yeah.
yeah, holy shit, hold on, oh my God. And then you fell out. All right. And you're struggling. You're like, why is this happening? I don't understand. I can't swim. What's going on? And you're taking in water, and I'm floating next to you on the on the river, on the raft. And I'm like, yo, float on your back, lay on your back, put your feet up, chill, chill. You got this. And you're like looking at me like, what? And then I say it again, and you're like, I'm like, chill, just lay on your back. The river's got you. The river's got you. Just lay on your back, put your feet up in front of you, trust. And you're like, okay, I guess I'm going to listen to her. And then you just start listening to that, like, wait, it doesn't have to, like, this can be easy even though it's challenging. Wait, I can be in life is here to show me. The river's not trying to kill me. It's just doing its thing. um I lost
You can be
another
safe
job,
in
or
the river.
you can totally be safe. You can
Right.
100% be safe. And I was thinking of this time where I was in college, and my dad and my stepmom went on a river rafting trip with me, and we fell out of the rapid, or that we fell out of the raft. And I remember, you initially jump in and you freak the fuck out because you're like, oh my, no, the water's rushing over you, and you're trying to like do this because you're trying to control it. And then I remember like, oh yeah, he said get on your back. So I'm on my back, my feet are up, and I'm like, oh, I'm so much safer. And then I look over, and my stepmom's like literally drowning because she's trying to like fight against. And the rapids were quite a way. Like, it wasn't just like quick. It was like, we were going to be in these rapids for a little while. And so I start to
Mhm.
move past her, and I just grab her and, and pull her into the position. And then as soon as she got into the position, she relaxed, but she couldn't do it she couldn't relax into the position because it would mean letting go. It would mean doing something that felt so uncomfortable. But as soon as she did, it was like she relaxed. So it's sometimes very counterintuitive, trusting life. Um, but think about that more and more, like energetically, what that feels like, and watch how life will shift.
I feel what you're saying. Like, thank you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna remember that. Oh man,
yeah. Thank you. That was so fun.
thank you,
That was
Lorie. I appreciate you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for jumping on. Thanks for sharing yourself. And yeah, I hope this helped.
No, it helped a lot. I'm gonna be rewatching this probably a million times.
Yeah, go back and listen. All of us. This is a good clip. I might clip it and put it on YouTube. Oh, can I clip it and put it on YouTube if I wanted to?
Oh, you're fine. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. I might clip this one because this is a really good topic. This is a really good, juicy topic. All right, my
Thank you.
friend. Lots of love to you. Thanks for being you.
No, thank you, Lorie. Oh my goodness, thank you so much for the same.
Yeah.
Lots of love to you too.
Lots of love. Take care, my friend. Mwah.
You too.